Hey, GLP-1 plus size community. Before we jump into the podcast, please take the time to leave us a 5-star review on whatever audio platform you're listening to the podcast on. Share your story and how the podcast has helped you. This will help us get referred up in the audio platform so that we can reach more people that need our help, our support, and guidance from our doctors. Help us get loud and change things.
Are you interested in understanding GLP-1 medications like Ozempic, wegovy, or Mounjaro? Then join us on the Plus Sides Cracking the Obesity Code, the groundbreaking podcast helping people change their lives one episode at a time. The Plus Sides podcast is a disruptor. We're breaking down barriers, smashing stereotypes, and sharing inspiring stories that'll leave you feeling informed and empowered. Join us every week to learn from doctors who are specialists around GLP-1 medications like Ozempic, wegovy, and Mounjaro. They'll provide you with science and facts to validate these incredible stories. But that's not all. We'll also bring you the voices of the GLP-1 Mounjaro TikTok community, real people who face the challenges of obesity-related diseases and disorders and discovered the incredible plus sides of GLP-1 medications. Our episodes are filled with heartwarming stories, laughter, and moments of triumph. You'll connect with our amazing community members who are reclaiming their health and experiencing their fullest lives. Are you ready to embark on a journey of discovery and empowerment? Tune in to the Plus Sides Cracking the Obesity Code, and together we'll change the narrative around obesity and end the stigma. Subscribe now on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform and join our incredible community. Let's celebrate the plus sides of life together, because every story deserves to be heard. Every life deserves to shine, and everyone deserves access to expert knowledge and medication. The Plus Sides Podcast. You're not alone. It's not your fault.
Food has definitely been a very dominant voice in my head. That's not the main focus anymore. Dieting, exercising, and adding GLP-1s through Ro is a game changer. I have such a sense of mental freedom since I started with Ro. Food no longer controls my thoughts. Family time used to revolve around food, and now it revolves around what we're gonna go do together.
Welcome to the Plus Sides Podcast.
Spirit fingers.
Spirit fingers! This is our GLP-1 evangelist hands back in the day. Welcome in.
Oh.
We should tell everybody. All right, so we're going to do our intros. If you are new here, listen up. We'll tell you all about us. If you're not, this is your cue to fast forward because we still going to laugh and do our thing. I'm Kim, and this is the Plus Sides Podcast. Our podcast is created for people that have metabolic disease and are taking a GLP-1. That's how it all got started. Multi-award-winning podcast. We're in the top 1.5% of podcasts, and we say that not to brag, though we are proud. We're saying that because we're reputable and because there's so much misinformation out there around these medications. We want to make sure you have a really good source and a community. And so that's what we bring to you here on this show. So we're so glad that you're here with us. I've been on all of the GLP-1s. I've lost 110 pounds. I'm on perimenopause, and perimenopause, it sucks. I knew it was going to suck, but I didn't think it was going to suck this bad. I figured it was really going to suck during menopause, but no, it's a whole nother thing. Anyway, rant over. So that's who I am. And this is Maquette. Tell us about everything.
Do you know there's this whole trend on social called We Do Not Care, and it's all dedicated to perimenopausal and menopausal women. And it's the hashtag WDNC. We do not care. Don't care. Just like bras, we do not care about bras. Being on time somewhere, we do not care. Yeah.
Nice.
So,
I like
it. Yeah. So anyway.
Okay.
But I'm Kat. And I have been on just Mounjaro or tirzepatide compound for the last 2 years. It's been 2 years. 2.5. Yeah. I am also in perimenopause. I did start hormone replacement therapy, and that has been helping me move past that 70 mark. So I'm inching towards 80. Maybe I'll hit that 100. I think that's probably all I want to hit, but I'm cool. I'm good with that. And I live in activewear, and that will be an important thing to note right now when we speak to our guest. I live my life in activewear because I like to work out. I have learned through living in this big body, I've always loved fitness, but no amount of working out and crash diets will chase away insulin resistance until we found Mounjaro, and that was the missing piece.
Indeed.
That's it.
Yeah. And now we do all the other things,
We
which
do
is great.
all
We
the other.
also do strength training, which is nice.
Yep, workout Wednesdays
We
with
didn't get
Kim.
to work out this past week.
You were sick.
I know. I miss it. And I
Yep,
clearly I should probably still take it easy because
but you use the light weights or
oh,
no weights.
no
Uh-huh.
way, baby. Oh, good. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey. All right.
All
So
right.
today's something Kat and I were talking about is that we've sort of learned like as we go through this that why I've been on the in the beginning it was like about weight loss and these medicines and clearing up stuff, right? And then over time we've kind of learned right that it's about building community because we're always going to need each other because this is a chronic
Mhm.
disease and we're going to have times where we regain and we're going to have times where we go through stress and we're going to have times where we second guess everything and I think that as we did that we were like we should talk about other stuff on the podcast, right?
We
It shouldn't
evolve.
just always be
Yeah.
that we've evolved and we've learned, and so this is one of those. I'm sure you've seen lots of them lately because we've been doing it a lot, but this is a special episode. Kat, tell us what we're going to talk about today.
We're going to talk about style. I like saying it like that. Style.
Style.
As you know, if you've been following the show, I'm a big Prince fan, and he had a song called Style back in '97. Style.
See,
You got it. Anyway.
I'd play it if I could, but we get a copyright
We
strike.
get things sometimes.
Damn it, Prince.
But, we you don't want the estate after
Even
you.
from the grave, his copyright striking our ass.
No. So our community, we've grown with each other. We've evolved. And I think a lot of us haven't even thought about what to put on our bodies, and there's this whole new world that we're walking into. Like, well, what do I wear? How do I dress this new body? I have a business casual event to go to. When I just live in yoga pants and sweatshirts, I don't know what to do with myself.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Yeah, let's dig into that a little bit more.
yeah. So we
Yeah.
have a stylist to chat with us. I'm so excited. LeTia Scales Young. Should we just bring her on? Let's bring her on. I'm so
Yeah,
excited.
do it.
So excited. She heard us goofing off and having all the outtakes. Now, I said your name correctly, right? It's LeTia, right?
You did.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
So I met LeTia like a few years ago at a fashion show. Yeah, it was a friend of mine put it on. So I said, let me put you in the back of my head. Yeah, so let me put you because I think we chatted up a little bit about style, like adding basics to your wardrobe or not it's overwhelming, especially when you go through all different sizes. Like Kim, you went from a 26 to a 14 now.
Yeah,
I went from a 22 to a 12 and plus size, so we say about 14. All those size differences, it gets costly.
It does.
Yeah, LeTia, if you could tell us a little bit, like we always start this like with people, like a little bit about who you are and like we say how you help people because we interview usually doctors and stuff. But to me, you're a doctor of style. So how do you help people?
Can we call you? We're going to call you Dr. Style.
Call you
Well,
Doctor.
Well, that'd be cheesy.
I've never been called Doctor Style, but which is interesting. I am a certified image consultant, and basically what that entails is someone who's just really kind of focused on somebody's image, visually, dealing with wardrobe, makeup, hair, just making you look a certain way presentable. But I focus more on the personalization of it. I specialize in helping individuals embrace their authentic selves through clothing, like I said, makeup, hair, color, anything that's gonna make them look good. But I it's more personalized for me. And I like that because I get to know the person a lot better as an individual. And then also I also give them like fashion guidance too on different levels. So, someone comes to me and they want to redo their look, and like we're on your show, someone's going through, they've lost weight or they're on, something that's causing them to lose a lot of weight and they want to transform their image. I
Yeah.
come in and try to rebrand them and, make them or help them with their confidence level to get back to where they want to be on a personal level. So it's something that I hold true to my heart because it helps them within to the outer appearance, and it's something that's long lasting in the end. So
Yeah,
and
that's
I just
fantastic.
believe in this the major transformation being something of self-love for themselves in the
Yeah,
end. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
I
awesome.
like that perspective. I think, yeah, it
yeah.
is a little bit of self-love. And I just want to make sure is everybody can you hear me? I had to move my microphone.
I can hear you good. Yeah.
You good? Okay.
Yep.
I
Can
think
you
it
hear
was
me?
I can hear and see everyone. Huzzah.
all
Okay.
right. All right. Thank goodness it's recorded.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. All right. So I'll start with my our questions here. Is as we're going through our body transformations and
Okay.
building a wardrobe that fits well and reflects our newfound confidence. A lot of us are definitely going through a lot of changes right now.
Okay.
For someone celebrating this significant achievement, what are the crucial first steps you recommend for building a well fitting and stylish wardrobe? How can their clothing choices serve as a powerful expression of their hard work and self assurance?
I think for foremost, I think we should just first celebrate their accomplishment of getting to where they're comfortable to even start getting back in clothes. Sometimes I think when I deal with clients and their confidence is on or self-esteem is low,
Yeah.
them taking the first step of just saying, I want to a new look. I want to try something new. It's just a compliment of starting and saying, I want to do this.
Yeah.
It's some people have to do that first step. And then I think then after that steps are just baby steps. I don't want to start people with something overall like we're just going to do a whole new look. Let's
Yeah.
start with maybe a hair color. Let's start
Hmm.
with makeup. Let's start with also maybe trying out little things like a top or a
Okay.
silhouette, but nothing huge. I don't want to do anything huge because some people get afraid when you try to do too much too
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
So it's baby steps for me because if I give my opinion and someone doesn't agree with it, then they kind of pull back because they don't see the whole vision sometimes.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
try to start with things they're comfortable with. Like I said, it could be if they don't want to start with clothes, we start with hair and makeup. If they're fine with that, then we go into you know a silhouette of a shirt or a pant or something small that they're starting to build their confidence with, and then we're going to the full look because sometimes we do things too fast. Some people do not connect well with that. And
Yeah.
two, and if you're changing your body shape, you want to be able to make sure that's the size you're going to stay in and not go back
Yeah.
to whatever size you
It
were.
changes.
Yeah.
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 So 'cause it's a mental change too,
Oh
not
yeah,
just
for sure.
just with a physical change. It's a mental change as well.
Well, Kat's probably like a good example. Like, so Kat, I feel like Kat is fashionable, but she's like athletic fashionable,
You
you know?
think?
Yeah, I feel like you're very particular about what you wear fashion, like in terms of your athletic wear. Like, you won't go cheap. Like,
No,
like I
that's
feel
a
like
chafing
you
thing.
own it. You know what
That's
I
a
mean?
chafing. That is girl, I need compression so I don't jiggle.
Like,
And the thigh rub, you
yeah,
know,
that was the thing. Yeah,
you can't get cheap leggings when you do that, you know?
I
Like,
get it. Yeah, same. I agree. I've never been able like if I'm gonna if I spend the money. The difference is that like I won't buy like a whole wardrobe. I'll like buy one or two things, then I'll just wash them over and over again. Then by the time that happens, they're falling apart. So who knows, you know?
Well, and I forgot to say, not just just one thing, but I think also once you get in and you feel good, the
Yeah,
yeah,
fit also is going to make a big difference.
yeah,
So, like I said, go with baby steps because you got to find out what you can wear that fits very well. And then when
yeah,
it fits good, then of course, you can go overall right from head to toe, but you have to make sure that confidence is there. So when you get in the good fit, everything is perfect after that. But I mean,
yeah,
it's baby steps. I would definitely start with baby steps with a weight change. This is what
yeah.
a weight change. So,
Yeah, I think that's I mean, I will tell you like some people in our community And I for sure did it too. Like I started going to like lives on TikTok and watching people at the boutiques try on different things. And I never knew what size to order. Because like a boutique styling sizing is just different. But I
Yeah.
wanted to buy
That's a
something from a
challenge. Yeah.
boutique. Yeah. And I was just like trying to see, and I would be like, well, will that fit me? I think I'm about this size. And I would like,
Yeah.
and so I could like ask, which was nice. But I remember a lot of times I would get them and then I would wear them and I'd be like, this is beautiful, but it's not me. But I
Yeah.
couldn't really figure out who me was, and unless I just kind of bought things and tried them on, and I was still afraid to go to stores and try things on. And I find that because I've always been a big girl, I'm always looking for V-necks, like I'm always looking for A-line, like I like, I like the empire waist just because it's sort of, I'm probably even saying it right, but like those, I feel like I always would buy the same cut and things. Because I remember growing up, my mom would say, and she didn't mean any harm by it. Sorry, mom. But she would say, like, just because you can wear it, like it comes in your stick, does not mean that you should. Not everything is going to look good on you. You need to dress for the body you have, not the body that you want. And that was something I always had in my head. And while I think there may have been some truth to that, I also think that I would like to have more self expression in the clothes that I wear. And I think a lot of people feel that way, but they're not sure where to start, like what's a good way to like, I think, branch into that. So I think a perfect example was what you're saying about hair or maybe your makeup. Definitely, we've seen that in our community a lot. A lot of us have been exploring makeup. Let's say you get there and now you're like, all right, I want to know what to wear and I don't know what size I am, or I don't know what cut is good. I also don't know what's fashionable, what's in, and do I care? I feel like those are a whole bunch of questions that we all consider.
So this is why I do a consultation with clients. I
Yeah.
think because after going through, we ask a whole bunch of questions. It deals with like their life, their industry, just everything they're doing.
Yeah.
But to give you an idea what the consultation helps with is we go to different stores or even start with just them at home, me seeing
Mhm.
things that they try on at home.
Okay.
And if it was a virtual, let's just say it's a virtual consultation, I tell them to try on like everything from tops to bottoms to jackets, because what I'm doing is trying to see how things fit you. So
Mhm.
I'll know if I have to take you to a store, what stores to take you to.
Yeah.
What like if a V-neck shirt fits someone who's like, kind of heavy up top,
Yeah.
or say for instance their pants are a certain way because of how their bottom is. This all helps because you need to try on multiple things to see what fits you best.
Yeah.
And I can't do that until you try multiple clothes on, so I can show
Yeah.
you that your body silhouette, how your body is shaped, is
Yeah.
going to fit best in these type of clothes.
That's cool. Yeah.
So
Interesting. So
Okay.
like when you so for some person, when people I think about style in general too, like how do they even choose like what's stylish in general? So if they don't have the ability to do a consultation with you, for example, like
okay.
if someone is just, say they can't, like maybe they're not like influencers and they can't like they can't do it. But say they're like just trying. Is there like a way that you would say that you can recommend that for them just to like dip their toe, like you were saying? Is there like is it just to pick a store? I mean,
Well,
is there
I find a lot of people they like people's style. Like, who
yeah.
would be your
Yeah.
style icon? Like,
Oh,
who
that's
who
cool.
do you mentally say, you know, it could be an actor, actress,
Yeah.
influencer, or something you're always picking out saying, I love this,
Yeah.
or I want to wear this. It's always something you're always resonating to.
Yeah.
So when I do personal styling for people, I always say, first of all, who is your style icon? And then I always ask, like, what do you love to wear? Is it a top, jacket, or something? And it's a style of the jacket or it's a style of the top. Because what you're doing is you're picking out things that you're constantly keep picking out or you're resonating with or you're loving. And we're trying to make that your own. So, my style icon might be Tracy Ellis Ross. I love her.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. But she's a lot of people's style. I can't wear everything she wears, but there are things that I love that she wears. If you have somebody you think in your head you resonate with, then you would pick out something that they you think you can wear as well. And so, or you think you look like also. You may look like somebody that you
Oh
think
yeah.
you know, something where it resonates with you with
So you're
style.
like, that person's body kinda looks
Mhm.
like mine, like, or
Yeah.
what I perceive my body maybe looks like now. So maybe that's someone that I say, "Okay, I like what they're wearing," and then I take pictures, maybe I get to meet with a stylist like
Mhm.
yourself, right? And so, like, I like that. So it's like sort of like modeling is what you were saying.
Yeah, it's like and then we create a mood board. We create
Oh,
Ooh,
that's
the
cool.
yeah.
mood board of like the hair, the makeup, and the clothing, and then you try it on. And if it doesn't work for you, then we try to fit what the idea of what you want to look like from what you gave me, like
Yeah,
from the pictures, like Pinterest and Instagram and TikTok are all inspirational. Magazines are inspirational. So people would pick out things they find
Yeah.
inspirational from those and pull things and come to me and say, this is what I want. What can you create with this?
yeah,
So
that's
think
cool.
about who your
Kinda like when you go to
style
your hair
icon is.
salon person, right? And you're like, "If you had a magic wand, this is what I'd want." And then
Yeah,
she
like if you
goes,
wanted a
"This is a brush,
haircut,
not a
you
magic
know?
wand." Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh. So I'm sitting here like thinking, who is my style icon? I'm gonna think
Yeah,
about this
Hmm.
on this
yeah.
episode. I'm tossing around ideas. I like loud, as you can see. I like loud, bright
Yeah.
colors, sparkles, and animal print.
And
So
purple hair.
Hmm.
I like it
But
loud.
it fits your personality though. So
Oh,
that's another
yes.
thing that people don't think about too when they pick out things from other people. If your personality is bold, but that person is kind of more subdued, then there has to be a middle ground because you may
Mhm.
not be able to wear the loud colors like they do, but you may be able to wear a color
Yeah.
that is similar but is not loud.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of psychological things that go into also,
Yeah.
Yeah.
dealing with personality is a big thing. So
So it's less about like, "Oh, tell me how to style myself based on what's in right now," and more about, "Let's talk about style, like, as it pertains to, like, what I think some
You.
look might
Yeah.
look good on me."
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
That
Because
sounds
that's
like
why when trends
yeah.
come in and people can't wear trends because it doesn't flow sometimes with their own personality. Like we're in animal prints right now, and some people there's different type of prints of animals and the big, the small,
Yeah.
and so some people can't wear it from head to toe. Some people can only wear the top. Some may only wear a scarf. It's just different ways to interpret the
Mhm.
trends for the animal prints, but once again it all depends on your personality and how you pull it off. So you ever seen someone and you're like, oh my gosh, she's gorgeous, but something's off about her.
Yeah.
So it could be like the color, it could be
Just the
the
wrong
outfit.
item. Okay.
Something wasn't right, but you knew
Yeah.
instantly that it didn't flow.
Yeah.
So you know
I get that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think for sure, and I would even say that about myself where I'll be like, "Oh, I love this." I put it on and maybe it's in the store and someone else tells me I look great in it, but then I take it home and I wear it and there's nothing wrong with it, but I just don't feel confident in it. And then
that
I'm
part.
like that happens
Well,
like
you
all
wanna
the
feel
time. Like
comfortable.
if I don't
Yeah.
feel myself, then like
Hmm.
what am I doing? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's some people who can walk around and they can wear anything. You're like, oh my gosh, she can wear anything.
Where
Because and
people
Rihanna's that person. So
Yeah,
so
she is.
You know what?
if we
She
want to know
is.
a person who can wear anything and
Let's just say it.
anything, she can wear anything, get away with it.
Yeah.
But everybody can't do that. So
Sometimes
but
she doesn't wear anything, like, she wears,
right.
like, see-through tops, like, "Whoa, that's bold," but, hey, oh, it's Rihanna, so
It's right, right, right. So yeah, and a great way to always look at because when I have to style people, I always look at award shows
Mhm.
and big events that like Met Gala
mhm,
just came on, and if you look at some people's outfit, you can instantly tell what flowed and what was just a worst dress moment.
Yeah.
So and like I said, people's inspirations like on Instagram, magazines, or whatever, you can see that instantly. So once you start catching little things that don't look like they work together, I think
mhm.
people who are trying to find their style, they'll start to say, okay, I will not wear that, but I love this. I will put this on. I can wear these two together. I think after a while it'll
Ooh,
start to come together. And then they'll have the confidence to wear a lot of things they didn't think they will be able to wear, in
Yeah.
the beginning. So
A lot of
okay,
times you don't know until you try it on too, right? Like
yeah.
I think
Mhm.
that's true. Like, sometimes I'll be like, "There's no way I could wear that." And then I put it on, I'm like, "Oh my god,
Oh
this
my
is
gosh.
you know?
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
Okay. Well, let's talk about budgets then too, because since we're talking about
Oh, yeah.
trying our new style,
Okay.
um, keeping up with our styles, our sizes is going to get expensive. Kim and I have learned that the last
Yeah.
couple of years.
Okay. Okay.
Do you have on tips on where to start? How we can keep our budget on point as we shrink? Like, what are some basics? Maybe a foundation piece or pieces.
So this is how I start with basics. I think the best way to start with basics is to go with everything you'll wear that's always in your wardrobe. Jeans, white t-shirt, um, structured blazer or classic blazer.
I haven't done that in a
Flats,
while. Yeah.
flats mean tennis shoes, regular flats, and maybe a heel.
Mhm.
Those are your basic wardrobe pieces. Everybody should have that always in their wardrobe. And then after that, I do my foundational. Those are the basics. And then the
Hmm.
foundational basics for if you need to go to work, an event would be your foundations in black, which is your classic slacks, your black suit jacket. You have your black dress that you can wear to a funeral, to like, dress up, dress down. So, but your basics would be your jeans, your
Mhm.
white t-shirt, your like everybody needs a blazer or some type of jacket, and then of course your tennis shoes, a heel, and a flat.
Hmm.
So those are your basics. And of course, the budget wise, they have resale stores right now. You have
Mm,
Poshmark. You
Mhm.
have, honestly, you can go to any consignment store right now that are doing great resales on a lot of the designer pieces you can get and actually get them to fit you.
Yeah.
mm,
So, and if you don't have a designer budget, go to the consignment stores or Poshmark or any of these stores that you can get to and just get it tailored.
Yeah. That's a great
I
thing.
like that.
I feel like I mean, I'm tall, so it's like I always have the hard time, like, not getting it, like, it's not quite long enough. But I think, like, I have had people tell me forever it doesn't, and I'm curious your thought on this, like, it really doesn't matter when it comes to jeans and stuff, like,
Mm-hmm.
get whatever jeans you want and then get them to fit your body. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I never, like, thought of that. I was when that I'm curious, like, do you think that? Like, "Hey, doesn't really matter, just get something that kinda fits good and then get it tailored?"
Well, and let me be honest with you. If
Yeah,
you can get a pair of cheap jeans and
yeah.
if you get them tailored, they look more designer because they're fitting
Mm,
you in your
Wow.
waist.
Yeah.
So
that's
you can
crazy.
go to any of it. It doesn't matter what the jean is. The
Yeah,
material is not going to matter unless it looks fitted. It,
yeah.
it's the waist. It's always the waist that's going to be in the inseam. That's always
Mhm.
what
Yeah,
I look for because if the waist if the inseam is like sagging a little bit
yeah.
and then if the back is gapped, then it doesn't look, you can't wear your shirt in because it's gapping in the
Mhm,
back. And then, of course, it looks slouchy. So,
Mm,
if the jean is not designed to be that way,
mhm,
then, it doesn't take that much for them to kind of pinch the back in to kind
yeah,
of fit the waist or the sides where they have a seam to them. And then, if it's too big in the front where it sags, then it's just not a good jean. Because of your torso.
yeah.
So, and then of course they have different type of jeans depending on the way you're, shaped at the bottom.
Yeah.
So, once you learn that, you'll know what type of jean to wear, where if it's skinny, wide bottom,
yeah.
short leg, any of those. So,
A
I
lot of
love
our
jeans.
people, like, in our community definitely have to do with skin, like, that's a big part of this journey, you know?
uh-huh.
Like, a lot
Oh,
of it's
yeah.
yeah,
The loose
yeah,
skin.
yeah, like, when you style or you styled plus size women, like, in the past, like, are you like, do you, like, try to buy clothes that, I don't know, like, hide that or, like, are you a Spanx person? Like, what do you
I,
what do you do?
I, let me tell you, Spanx are your best friend.
Yeah.
I do not, I will not live without Spanx my own self for
Yeah,
dresses at least.
yeah,
Even if I'm in shape, I'm still gonna wear it because I feel like what it
Hmm.
does is even if you are the best shape, it just smooths you out. It
That's
mhm,
it.
does.
That's
And
right
they
there.
have it for different compressions. You could have, the tummy tuck ones where, people want to conceal their stomach a little bit more or their waist a little bit more. They
mhm,
have it for different, for
mm,
different people, but I recommend it because people don't realize that the way some of these dresses are cut, once your undergarments are perfect, it's just a seams, you just want
Yeah.
the dress to fall
Yeah.
perfectly. And I've told people it makes a big difference. It could take off 10 pounds, 20 pounds
Yeah.
just off just the undergarments itself. And you feel more confident when you're snatched.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
When you know you're
Right?
snatched.
It's like you
It could just
feel
make this
snatched,
little
Mhm.
curve make a big difference. But I am for a good bra on
Ooh,
any
that's a foundation.
occasions. The
Mhm.
way the bras are cut for the dress or the shirt.
Oh, yeah.
I'm for boob tape.
Mm. Mhm.
When you wear certain backless shirts to make
Mhm.
the shirt look a certain way. I'm for any type of also shapewear for the pants, because the way pants are made and the way they're cut, of course, if you have a good nylon undergarment pant,
Mm.
for a pant, it's gonna make the pant just drop perfectly, because some of the pants are cut because of the seams,
Mhm.
of the creases in the front, or the pleats in the front. Not
Mhm.
everybody can wear them, but if you do want to wear it, you will be able to wear it with the undergarments, and
Yeah.
it
Mhm.
drops perfectly. And I always say get the pants to fit, and then if you want to put undergarments under them, it's just gonna look seamlessly perfect. So I am definitely for all type of undergarments. I
Yeah.
mean, you
I
can work
find
out
yeah,
all you want, but I just want everything to
I get
look
it.
seamlessly perfect. So,
Yeah.
I find when I wear, like, light colored or when you wear light colored pants, definitely I've even used,
I don't wear like color.
activewear underneath just to smooth things out if
Mhm.
I wear, like, a
mhm,
khaki, and sometimes those slacks are so thin, like, they
right,
show everything, right? So,
Yeah.
some good biker shorts sometimes if you don't have the Spanx, so, yeah.
right. Well, yeah, and colors make a difference
Mhm.
undergarments.
Yeah,
Your nude and your black. So people need to learn what to wear. When you wear your white, you have to wear your black, because the tan sometimes shows through.
yeah.
And every undergarment is not the same, because some have little lines in the back that show
Yeah.
it look like underwear. So you want to wear ones that don't show any lines and look like you're not wearing anything anyway. So
There have
yeah.
been some funny ones I've seen on TikTok lately where they have, like, little butt cushions. Like, it's literally like
Right.
a little
What they call
mini, like,
Baba.
BBL, and it, like, and in our community, like, lots of people, we be losing our booty, like, on these this is like, cat not so much, but, like, they get kinda saggy, and I'm like, "That ain't a bad idea, though." Like, I mean, you know,
Uh,
as
Yeah.
long
they've
as
been making those garments
they
forever. Those
yeah.
Right.
little things underneath your cheeks, they've been making those forever, the little,
They
like
have. They
Have
yeah.
have.
they really? I've never seen them, but I wasn't
But
making
you have to be safe though, because you want to make sure people know you still have it afterward.
That's true. You're like, "Just kidding." It's like when you stuff your
You
bra
let
under
me
your
down.
nipple,
Right.
It's like
You
the
can't
Wonder
wear
Bra.
you can't wear butt pads one day and then
the
not
next
have
day.
one the next day.
That's true. Like, once you're in it, you've committed.
Right. You got to be committed the whole time,
Yeah,
or you just have to work out and get the bomb. So,
that too.
Do a little yeah, a little bit of both, you know?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's funny. Okay, so speaking of, like, keeping our butts up and as we're aging and evolving, um, some of us, we were talking about perimenopause, so as
Okay.
we go up and as we become aged like fine wine,
Okay.
um, how do we approach trends? Can we approach trends? Are there ways to do it that we can do it without looking like we're trying too hard?
Right.
That's the question. Yeah.
Like, I love
Minimal.
animal print.
Once again, we're gonna start small.
Okay, okay.
And if we go back to animal print, once again, the patterns of animal print, different sizes, and some people may want to wear all animal print. It all depends on personality and body type to me. But I would start small, maybe
Mhm.
with a scarf.
Mhm.
Scarf is easy to do a
Hmm.
couple things with, around your neck, around your hair.
Mhm.
I would try with a scarf first and then with the top. But as far as like dresses and skirts and things like that, let's see if the print looks good on you first, based off sizing.
Yeah.
That's just that trend. And then any like the colors and like we got, sheer, all the other trends, we need to, start small first before we go big and see how it works. And then if it's perfect for you, then let's go full throttle with it.
Yeah.
I would start small. So to me, if it's a scarf in that print, we'll do that. And if it's like sheer or color, we'll do something small, top,
Yeah.
before we make a commitment to it.
Yeah.
Sometimes earrings. I have a little animal print on my earrings.
Oh yeah.
I do
Jewelry.
too. Yeah, just a little
Yeah,
bit there.
yeah.
Can you show us your scarf? I noticed that you have a scarf on.
So
It's
it's a
Isn't that
Dior
pretty?
scarf, but it says Dior Savage on it.
Ooh.
Oh,
So,
fun.
but I'm wearing it like just, kind of tied in the front. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I have on my LSY. So I have on this my move back a little bit. So I have on this like white.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So it has a little
Wow.
statement of this. And then I have on my LSY t-shirt. I don't know if you can see that a little bit. I'll stand back.
Oh, I can see
Ooh.
it.
So
Yep.
yeah. So
That's cute. Is that in
yeah.
right now? The big like bell sleeves like that? Because that is
Yes, it looks like
cute.
it could be like pants. They're very, very wide. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
So
my
this
God,
is
this is
like a
so cute.
statement, like jean jacket. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, listen, I'm always for a good
And
jean jacket.
you love denim.
Oh
You're a
yeah.
Yeah.
denim girl.
I love jean jackets. Like I just could live in them. Like I
Oh,
just think
well, then you will love me because I'm a denim girl all the way
yeah.
around. I have denim everything.
Yeah.
So I have a denim belt.
Oh,
So
that's
in a
I like
in
cool.
a
that.
in a 4-tier denim belt,
Oh yeah.
like a
Wow.
waist belt. Yeah. So,
Oh,
hmm
what about like I remember like I was like trying to deal with it. But I was really into the big belts when they were coming around and like I would wear
gotcha.
'em. My husband, it would drive him crazy. He's like, that's a belt of lies. It holds nothing up. I'm like, but it kind of gives me like a look. He's like, no belt of lies. I'm like, but I love it.
My
When is it
husband
coming
called them
back?
weightlifting belts. He called them like, "Are you going to go to the gym?"
Can we wear those now? Are they still in?
You know what? Honestly, I just purchased one. Was it last year or this
Oh
year?
yeah.
It might have been a little bit later last year. So there was a store. It's coming out. So belts now, there are
Mhm.
two. There's small belt and a big belt, and it's about the same size as a big belt, like a big waist
Yes.
belt.
Okay, yeah.
So multiple belts are being worn as a big belt.
Oh, ooh,
So,
that's
Oh,
so
cute.
idea is take a small skinny belt and take
Yeah.
a big belt and layer them together.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah.
And you
And then
get,
wear it
and you
like, is
get,
it up kind of under your boobs? Is that still like a good thing
no,
or do
it's
you
kind
let
of
this
like, it's the same. It's about the
listen?
same where your waist is, but
wasted.
it
Okay.
Okay.
gives the illusion of being in like a huge, like one belt, but it just
Yeah.
gives you like the illusion of a new look for
Dimension.
a waist belt now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Because I feel like I'm always like leery of belts because of my stomach and because of the skin and
I
stuff.
agree.
But like, but I just like a belt, you know? I do. Do people still wear scarves? Like my mom was like when she was going through menopause, she was like obsessed with scarves, and she had so many scarves that she had winter scarves and summer scarves, and they were like just that was kind of like her way, kind of easing into it. And she had also lost a bunch of weight because she had
Hmm.
menopause and then got on HRT and then like was kind of trying to kind of find her fashion and style, and a lot of stuff she would do with like scarves and belts. So I think that's but is that a thing, like summer scarves, or she just make that up?
It is. You
It's
have
okay.
your linen. You
Oh,
have
okay.
your linen scarves. You have your wool scarves. You have,
Ooh,
you have scarves that have larex in it that looks like iridescent, like almost like
ooh,
glitter a little bit. A scarf is a great thing to always have because you can use it for like if you're going out for an evening event, if it's you can dress it up, or you can wear it around your waist if it's huge enough to kind of give it a dress another look.
Yeah.
And then you have your baby scarves like these in the summertime or even
Yeah.
the wintertime you can wear like year round when you don't
yeah.
have a necklace to wear, especially with jean jackets or just blazers, and it
Mhm.
gives it a whole nother look. So I always would encourage people to buy a whole bunch of accessories, scarves, necklaces,
Yeah.
belts, because sometimes you have a dress or a top, it needs an extra oomph to it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
once you decide what your personality is with your accessories, where it's going to be bold or it's going to be like a little bit dainty,
Yeah.
um it's going to add your personality at the end of the outfit. So
I feel
yeah,
like
it's
that makes
definitely
a
an
lot of
investment.
sense. Because like I was thinking like a lot of us, especially we've been in larger bodies, like we love black. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's slimming and it goes with everything. But at some point, like we do want to do color, right? And I
Right.
think we're always worried, like, what will it make us look bigger than we are? Like I think that kind of stuff. And so it's like knowing when to wear color, I think is hard. But I like the idea of like maybe you stay with like black with what you're comfortable with, but you add in a scarf or you add in accessories and they have
Mhm.
animal print or color. Like I think that's what you said, like about easing into it in the beginning. I could see why that would be something that you could do. And then you kind of find out what your style is like as you go, right?
Mhm.
Want the fastest working GLP-1? For half the price, Ro now offers FDA-approved weight loss injections cheaper, with results you can see faster. Lose 15% of your weight with the formula from Eli Lilly that hits not one, but 2 hormones to curb hunger and nausea. Weight loss faster, confidence higher, price cheaper. See if you qualify at ro.co/TV.
Yeah. You don't have to always, I mean, I know they say you wear darker colors, to make you look smaller. That is true. But I think also once you figure out, like, if you can get into color and then with, like, especially with belts to make your waist cinch in a little bit,
Mhm.
Yeah.
then, you can play around with the black a little bit more.
Yeah.
Even with the prints, with the animal prints, the big prints and small prints, you can play
Yeah.
around with them a little bit more. So,
Do
yeah.
do prints make you look larger than you are, or is that like
They will. They
they will?
will. Um, Especially vertical prints, if you have vertical lines or horizontal lines. So
Yeah.
when you have a horizontal line that goes like
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
from left to right, then it makes you look wider. And then
Yeah.
you have horizontal lines that go from up down, they make you look slimmer. So when people want someone's eye to go up and down, they'll wear vertical lines, even with
Mm.
shirts and stripes and stuff like that, because stripes are in right now. So
Yeah.
if you want to have a long looking line on your body, you wear vertical lines.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. What about polka dots? I love polka dots. Are they in yet?
Okay, so I'm a polka dot girl too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Um,
love them. I don't think
I'm
I'll
a
be like
everything
old still
girl.
wearing them. I love polka dots.
Um, and polka dots have big or small, and then also the background of the polka dots, black or
Yeah.
white.
Yeah.
So that makes a difference. You
Yeah.
just have to try on and look in the mirror and see. You could instantly tell if you're gonna look bigger in the polka dots.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but if you want to wear a polka dot shirt and you're bigger up top, you
Mhm.
can wear a V-neck to break that up a little
Yeah.
bit. So
Oh, that's a good tip. Okay.
yeah, V-necks always kind of break,
Love a V-neck.
you know,
Love
if
it.
you're bigger up top.
Yeah.
It's just your
We
your,
are.
your body shape. So
Yeah.
um you just have to try it on. I would
I think
encourage people to try it
like
on.
something too, like too, is we do, we're getting older, obviously, but also like losing weight. Like I know Kat hasn't lost anything in her tatas, which she just made a TikTok
Yes,
about
I
it.
have. Yes, I
Have
have.
you? Have you lost
I've gone
anything?
like
Mine are
between
saggy,
between a
sad.
cup between a cup or two. Yeah. We were just talking about that yesterday. I was like, huh, all my girlfriends who are on the shot, most
Yeah.
like the close ones, like
Right.
they get to keep them. I lost a cup.
Yeah, you have mine are I'm basically a C. It's like, what happened?
Right.
It's a ripoff. Like then I'm like, do people still
Got
wear
cheaper
push-up
bras.
bras? Is that a thing? Like
Yeah,
they still do that?
wear bras.
Like a push-up bra? Does it still a
You
thing?
know what?
I've been out of it for a while.
Women who are
Yeah.
small wear push-up bras. Because
Is
they
this
have
not small? I guess it's not small.
the extra in the front that can
Yeah.
kind of push you up a little bit.
Yeah.
But it makes a difference in your clothes though.
Yeah.
So you cannot wear it with everything, especially sometimes when you wear button-down shirts, because it
Yeah.
may cause
Yes.
the shirt to pull a little bit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the best time I think for push-up bras or anything that's more fitted to the body for the
Hmm.
clothes,
Okay.
and then if you have more a lower cut top or dress or something, so
Yeah.
it can give you a little bit more leeway.
Yeah.
Um,
What about shoes? Every time I see Kat, she'll wear
What?
the cutest like outfit, and sometimes it'll be like really dressy, but she'll wear sneakers with it.
I
And
love sneakers.
I think it's so cool. I don't know
I'm
anything
just
about it.
tired of
Like,
wearing high heels.
is
Like,
that a
right.
style that I just don't know about?
It sounds like Kat loves comfort before she loves anything.
Yes.
So that's
That's
and that's
so
part of
cute.
her look.
Yeah.
So I mean, right now, I'll be honest with you, I wear Adidas
Yeah.
dressy.
Okay. Yep.
So I concur with you, Kat, to wear tennis shoes. Sneakers right now are the thing to wear with dresses,
Yeah.
to wear with
Yeah.
suits. No,
Really?
they
Ugh.
come in suede, patent leather. They're putting
Bedazzled.
they're bedazzling them now.
Dazzling.
So with the little trinkets and little, jewelry and things
I
of that
love that. I
nature.
mean, that's a fun way to start too, like you were saying, right? Is like maybe you
Mhm.
just get like a really like cool pair of sneakers. I almost said fly. I'm so old. Like I mean, to me, like when we were talking cool sneakers, everything was, oh my god, that's fly. That's because I'm old. But that's what I mean. Like if you could
Right.
get a really cool, like bedazzled or like just
Yes.
something that's really cool, right? I think
Yeah.
that like that might be a nice way, especially if it's like color or print, and maybe you're wearing like just jeans and a black top, and that's where you feel comfortable, but you want like a pop of personality. You know,
Hmm. Hmm.
that would be probably a good way to start.
Yeah. And then you'll be confident more to wear it because it's something you feel comfortable
Yeah.
in. So, yeah.
And then maybe you wanna try a little more and a little more.
Yeah. Keep pushing the envelope a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like it's everything's like kind of like a gradual change and whatever makes
Hmm.
you feel most comfortable in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One piece at a time.
The feeling comes down to a lot with this. Like, this is a
Yes.
lot about not how others feel, but, like, how you feel in it,
Yeah. And
right?
you want to be able to once you finish the complete look,
Yeah.
the transformation into this new look, the whole goal with it, once it's personalized for you, is to be confident that you feel good. Because when you wear it, you don't want to show off like you're not confident looking good in
Yeah.
what you just, created for yourself. So it's almost like, you have now this whole transformation. You walk outside, you look out, and you're like, look at me, but and then you kind of just walk out with this look that it doesn't show that you're even confident wearing it,
Yeah.
because people can see your confidence in the clothes you
Yeah.
wear
For
because
sure.
you looking like, I know I look good.
Yeah.
I
Uh-huh.
know I look good. You
True.
feel good.
Yeah, and I think that's true. Like, I know this sounds weird, like as an example, but like I only started wearing glasses a couple years ago, and I don't want to wear them, but I also cannot touch my eye, so we're just screwed. It's gonna be glasses. So, but I've been
These
trying to
glasses,
find,
they're so
but I
cool.
see
See?
glasses all the time. Like I love the way they look on other people, but I could never. It was really hard to find any that I was comfortable in. So I bought these cutest little glasses. They were Tiffany, like little Tiffany glasses, and they're black on the outside, and then you turn your head and it's Tiffany blue, like here, and
Oh,
they're
yeah.
so cute. And I was like, oh my god, they're so cute. I wear them. Then I took a picture of myself like in a mirror, and I looked back at that picture later, and I was like, that's not me. And I
Mm.
all and so then I had to get another pair because I was like, but it took that long to like feel it and be like, and it wasn't that I thought they were adorable, they just weren't me. And so I think
Mm.
like trying to figure out your style is difficult, and it does sometimes is expensive because you got to buy it and then realize it's not for you and then try something else, and I think that could probably get discouraging, like it can for me.
It
A
can.
little, you know?
But it let it take time. I mean, if you don't want to buy it, just go. Like sometimes just take time to go in the store.
Yeah.
Because I'm still in the industry, I see people like try on stuff at stores. Even
Yeah.
with your glasses, if you don't find like I wear glasses. These are not reading glasses. These are just for fun.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I buy glasses because they give me personality sometimes that I
Yeah.
want to be in a certain personality or have a certain look. I
Yeah.
also tell people to encourage them to buy sunglasses because you
Mm.
can pop the lenses out and you can get another look from the sunglasses. So don't be stuck in like trying to just buy the regular glasses. If you want like an interesting look from a sunglass, you
Mhm.
can pop the lens out and maybe the people who do the can put your prescription in or whatever. They can give you a
Yeah.
look with sunglasses. But it's all about trying new things, being able to go out and say, you know what, I'm gonna try this and see how this works. If it doesn't, then I'll just go to the next. So
Do people ever say to you, like, when you're styling them, like, "No, I can't wear that." Like, do they say like
yes.
that? And then what
Yes.
do you
And
say?
what's the challenge?
Yes.
Like, how do you get them to like come around?
Yeah.
So I don't like persuasion too much because then
Okay.
it comes off
Okay.
as this is your opinion and not what I. So
Yeah.
there's just
Okay.
always
Okay.
I always try to come to a happy medium or
Mhm.
happy middle ground for my clients, because I always want them to come back and say, oh my God, I love this. Or I want somebody else to see him and say, I love this. And, it's been a blessing, because some of my work has been on TV, it's been on billboards. And recently, one of my clients, the family picked the picture that I did for her on a photo shoot for a funeral. So stuff like that is very, like, I felt like I did something with that, because the family picked the picture. Um, so when I say that, when I try to help the client that I'm working with,
Yeah.
I always make sure, I was like, what do you want from this? How do you want to be perceived? What do you want people to say? That you
Oh,
look good, or, what do you want people to come up to you and, say to you or whatever. And, they always say, I want to look good. I want to feel good. I want to, I want to love how I look. And so
mm,
I want to make sure they do that. And I talk them through the outfit. If it's a top, I want you to look in the mirror and I want you to visualize yourself in this outfit. I want you to see yourself wearing this look. How does it make you feel? If they say, I don't feel good in it, we take it off,
yeah,
But if it's something that I really, really see and they don't, we got to get a little
yeah,
push and put another little piece with it, try to,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
kind of get them through it a little bit more. But
yeah,
yeah, in the end, I've never had a client not like my outfit in the end. Now in the
yeah, yeah,
beginning, I do have the most issues, but in the end, the looks have come together. So
yeah. Is it harder for you when someone is like on a weight loss journey and maybe they haven't quite caught up with their brain yet, like their body and their
Or
weight
body
loss?
dysmorphia and stuff. Yeah.
I had a client like that, be honest with you.
Yeah.
She was on a show. She started off as a 16 and she went down to 10, 12.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Um, and it was hard finding clothes at in the beginning.
Yeah.
And she wanted to look sexy. And sometimes sexy, we have to do, a lot to make sure the body looks a certain way to be sexy.
Yes.
These are fitted clothes that you want the body to look snatched for TV.
Yeah.
So yes, that was challenging at first. It really was. And then once we got on a roll of finding the materials that were thick enough to bring the body in to make a
Yeah.
silhouette,
Yeah.
then we were on the roll. So yes.
I get that. Okay. Yeah, because like I feel like when it comes to like and like I just said to you in the beginning before we started, right? I was like, well, I still live in a big body. And you were like, what size are you? And I was like, I'm a 14. And then you were like, no, that's like an average person.
Hmm.
And I
Mhm.
was like, but to me, that's not like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was a 14 in high school and like that was very big then, right? Like that
Mhm.
was to be a 14, when you're in high school was like, and I'm tall. I am tall, but regardless, like I've always been like a taller, bigger person.
Well, how
But
tall are you?
5'9".
So your height can
Yeah.
balance out off some of your weight a little bit, because it's
Yeah.
different to be a 14 and being like I'm 5'3". So
Yeah.
then it balances some of your weight off. So when you wear
Yeah.
things, you're tall, so it doesn't look the same as somebody who's
Yeah.
short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. And like I think that's too like probably something I didn't realize even over time. Like I do remember people would always say things like you carry your weight well, you carry your weight. And that was
Yeah.
before I gained like a
Mhm.
tremendous amount. But it is
Yeah.
because I am genetically a larger person, and but I think that like it was weird to me when I met someone in person recently because I don't want to say influencer, but I make content. And I met someone in person who was also on this journey and she is very tiny. Like she went from like chunkier to like just so skinny and little and petite, little bitty petite. And that was the one who was like, "No, I just think you're average. I just think you're normal. I don't think that you know what you're saying." You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so I
Okay.
feel like I'm wondering, like in general, like I feel like if somebody's coming to a stylist, I feel like if I came to you, for example, like I feel like that's what I would think. I'll be like, can I even wear that? Is that something I can pull off? Do I have too many lumps? Can I wear that cut? Like, or like, is there a certain cut that I should wear? Like, cause I feel like a lot of people, we have some people that end up in very tiny bodies. They reach their goal weight or when I say
Hmm.
tiny, my friend's actually tiny. She's like a 0. Like, so
Okay.
like, and then we have
Okay.
other people, right, that are like, me and Kat, where maybe they lost like 50 to 100 pounds, but they're still like low plus size or,
Yeah.
high mid size, however you want to look at it. And so I
I'm
think
the smallest in the plus size store.
yeah, I am too. I love that. Sometimes I
Thanks.
go there and when the smallest size is too big, I'm like,
That's where I feel like, I'm so little.
it's so cute. But everybody's
I'm a dork.
different. Like everybody's different. So I feel like you've got to catch up. Like that would be hard for me because I have to say, I honestly, personally, I don't know what to wear. I don't. I just grab stuff and I'm like, okay, and then I don't know if it drapes right. I can't decide if it's okay for it to drape a certain way. Like am I fashionable or do I look sloppy? Like there is not a lot of like, no there.
Well, and see, and
No?
and that's where I come in to make your
Yeah.
life easier, because what I do with this is with edits. Closet edits come in, and I do it virtually too. And you try on things, and I'm like, no, 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 no.
Yeah.
Because when you wake up in the morning, the last thing you want to do is like, oh God, I got to figure out how to put this outfit together.
Yeah.
Your closet should be something where you're walking in and boom, boom, this works. Boom, boom, this works.
Yeah.
Or there's just a no-brainer. It shouldn't take you long to get dressed because everything
Yeah.
in your wardrobe you wear.
Right.
It should work like Claire's closet from Clueless, where we just press a button and it's all picked out, and then it comes and we put it on.
Right.
That is the way all closets should work.
Right.
If
A
only.
walk-in closet. Right.
Yeah. Right. Remember she had
Yes.
like the computer system, and she would just be like,
Yes.
that was fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kat, I'm sorry, I think you had a question.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, speaking of comfort and how our clothes should fit, and as I had this question prepared, but now as we've had this conversation, I think this could be like one of the same. What's the right balance between comfortable and tailored? But from what you're saying, if you get something tailored, it becomes more comfortable, right? Like, or it could,
Well,
right? Or
the tailor means fit, but not restrictive.
yeah,
Like you should be able still to move a little bit. You don't. I think sometimes when people think, oh, if I get something tailored, it is gonna fit, but you still want to be able to like move your jackets, move your pants. You don't want to get it where it's so tight that now you can't do anything. I mean, for dresses and for events, I get that. It's supposed to be structured, but I'm saying like for everyday wear, casual wear, if you get your jeans to fit your waist, we want it to fit. I think a good fit is not too tight,
Yeah.
just right. So I encourage to be comfortable and then fit it, but not too tight and not too restrictive where you can't move.
Yeah.
So
I get that. I think that's what's been really good about having, because like, I don't know if people remember, but there was a time where there was not spandex in clothing.
it was not stretch.
uncomfortable. Yes.
No 2% stretch. It's great stretch.
I'm telling you, like, I remember because I have these jeans that were 7, the brand 7.
Yeah.
And I wore those jeans and they were like a 14. And I wore them before I had my son, and they were like my jeans. So, but I remember like wearing them, and then when I lost weight, I saved them because I was like, that's what I'm gonna have be like my gold jeans. Cause I remembered I looked so fire in those jeans. Like my ass looked amazing. And so I was like, that's what I want. Cause I was thinking less about the scale and more about the jeans. And even though they were just a little too short, but that's my life. But I got them and I put them on and they fit. And I was like blown away when it happened. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I want to order another pair of 7 jeans because it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Right. And I want them to fit like this. Well, they didn't make, that was before they were putting spandex in jeans. So when I ordered the 7 jeans, they were too spandexy. So then I couldn't figure it wasn't the right fit.
Right.
And then, but when I looked at the 7 jeans on the inside, because I loved them and I wore the shit out of them, there was a massive like chub rub, like Kat was talking about in the beginning. And there was like a big old hole. And I'm like, can I patch it? Because they don't make jeans like this anymore. Like everything has spandex. But if you think about it, what you were saying about just like if you could buy a pair that just has good stretch and give and then tailor it, then you can get the fit that you want, right? But still have that give because God put spandex in jeans.
And you have to make sure. So jeans are special because there's a couple things: high rise, low rise, mid rise. Okay. Then there's the 100% cotton, and then there's the 2% elastane, which is a little bit of stretch that gives you that comfort room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you find a jean that fits in the waist, find that name and try to get all the the jeans that fit. Because I'm a Joe's jeans girl.
What's Joe's
Joe's
Juice?
jeans,
That's like a brand?
JOE apostrophe S.
Okay.
Joe's fit all of. I'm a little thick in the thighs, and then
Sure.
my
Yeah.
waist is small.
Same.
So,
Yeah.
but they have a great amount of stretch.
Yeah.
So, and I don't have to get them altered in the waist.
Oh, that's nice.
FYI.
Okay.
So FYI, I can I can wear without a belt and with a belt. And what
Yeah.
that says is they know how to cut the jeans in the back where,
Yeah.
even this, a lot of women wear these jeans. So they're like, great. And another jean would be Current Elliott, I think is another good jean too.
Okay.
Paige. But anyway, I can go down the list. But what I'm
Yeah.
saying is, when I found a very, very good jean, I
Mhm.
just basically buy
Yeah.
all my jeans from that designer or that brand because I know they fit.
Yeah, I get
So,
that. Because the
so
fit is what matters more than anything, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
The
Fit as the fit.
fit.
We kind of went over this with this question that you have. We have kind of batted up, but I have another question for you.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So some of us, so we're going through transformations, and sometimes
Okay.
we want to take a risk, right? Maybe we want to look a little bit sexier.
Yeah.
Sometimes we see situations where maybe you might have taken it a little too far.
Okay.
So how do we find that balance? Balance is it's my life. I'm a Libra, so but there is a healthy balance in there somewhere. But sometimes somebody might take a little. Like maybe you don't want to look like you walked off a video set. Maybe you
Oh,
Right.
I
want
see.
to,
Yeah.
Where's that fine line?
And being confident with it and being
Yeah.
comfortable,
Yeah.
this is where the personality fits in, I believe,
Okay.
because
Mhm.
you have to walk off, and wear a clown suit like it's a outfit. Just saying, this is an overtop situation. That takes confidence, and so
True indeed. Yep.
so to pull it off, I would say that you probably need to, that's an extreme case, but you probably need to kind of like, that's where we start small again, before you go bold and jump out there, because that's a personality situation. Everybody can't do extreme and flamboyant and over the top. So it's a personality that could actually pull certain things like this off.
Mhm.
And I don't tell people to not do things that their personality can do, but I do say you have to think about how you want to be looked at or perceived in whatever
Uh-huh.
you're going to wear. And if this is you, try to be consistent in it. So if you want
Yeah.
to wear an over the top shirt and it makes you look, and it looks bad, just know that, this is something that you've decided to do. And if you're not confident, it's going to show. So once again, I always say start small.
Yeah, I mean, that
That's
makes sense.
always,
I mean, that's
You
like
know
your
what? Yeah.
glasses, right? Like the glasses
yeah,
were kind of like they weren't even extreme, but like, and they were very much personality. But I couldn't pull it off. Like I just didn't feel like I could pull it
right.
off, right? Like
Yeah.
it's how you
It's a confidence,
feel.
that you
Yeah.
have to feel confident and self-assured that this is
Mhm.
something that you love and that you're going to be able to, keep up if you're going to, wear things like this out in the open. I just want to make sure the person who wears things
Yeah.
that you're confident in it. So yeah.
So it sounds a little bit like you definitely there's a happy medium to it all,
It is.
right? And
You could do it, could be over the top, but it can be toned down just a little bit,
yeah, to
like
fit
you
your
could have a top
personality.
that's like, example, like your top you have on.
Mhm.
It could have been, the collar could have been like extreme, right? But
Yeah.
your collar is not extreme, but it's just right for you. And some people understand, like, sometimes don't go get the loudest thing, try something in between to start off before you just jump out there and get the loudest top to wear off. So there are baby, once again, it's baby steps to everything to start off with. And then if you want to go over the top with the,
Yeah.
outfit or whatever, it's all about starting with, the little pieces and then, kind of venturing off.
Now that I
So
think about it too, you talk about like the collar. I have not tried this yet, but I'm approaching it. Styles that have like very large sleeves or
yes.
huge ruffles or big flowers. I'm chesty. Do
Oh, I think you
can
should
can
totally
uh,
you
can a
have the
body type like
personality for
mine
it.
pull
It's
that
because
off?
what she's
You know?
saying. You have the
I do feel
personality.
like you can pull it off. I feel like it just
Okay.
needs to be a little bit more open in the middle so it
Okay.
doesn't look big all the way around. But I feel like you have the person, like if you have I love your hair. It's purple.
Thank you.
I feel like you could do color. I feel like you do
Yeah.
color very well because you're already setting the stage. But I love boldness. Your cut, your hair color. You can do color because you're already setting the stage that your personality shows that you will go, out
Yeah.
there. But as far as like if your top is big, do a V-neck and just do the big sleeves and just leave this open so it gives a little shape to you and not make
Okay.
you look like so, like a balloon shape, like big all the way around. So it's just like a
Yeah.
V-neck, or do keep the jewelry up top to give you the focus more at the eye, and then have the V-neck open and then the sleeves huge. I think that'd be great
Okay.
for you. Yeah.
Yeah. You just
That's
taught me how to do a trend.
That's cool. But I think like what you're saying, and this is kind of what I was thinking, is like if I were to come to you as my stylist and I were to say, I love this girl's outfit, and say it's let's just say like it's stripes, but it's like thick stripes and it's like horizontal stripes or whatever it is, and I would come to you and I would be like, I love this, but I'm a little afraid to wear it. Then you might be like, well, how about we just make the stripes a little thinner, or we choose the same style, but maybe we have the stripes be because you're leaning me into it, right? They're going this way or going up and down instead of side
The
to side.
vertical horizontal, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I would actually try to find a kind of similar outfit
Oh, okay.
to show you if you wanted to wear that outfit. I would probably find similar items to put it
Yeah.
on you, and if it didn't work, then we can start sizing down.
Oh, I see.
Like,
Okay.
so if the stripes were huge,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
if you were like, you know what, you're right, the stripes look too big, I said, well, let's find a shirt that has smaller stripes. And
Mhm.
if the pants were wide leg, let's try pants that are more slimming.
Yeah.
So we will start off trying to get the same look so you can visually see if it will look right on you. And
Yeah.
if it didn't, then we start changing things up. That
Mhm.
way,
Agree.
now your mind won't say, oh, okay, I can wear the exact same thing. Now you see, because of your body shape or your
Mhm.
personality or your style, we're going to make it tailored to you.
Yeah. I get that. That makes sense. Cool. How fun that would be.
Yeah.
See? You
Yeah.
guys should all check it out. Like if you're at that, especially if you're at that stage and you're like, I don't know what to wear, and you've gotten to your goal weight, or
Yeah.
even if you've gone down to like, a certain size that you just feel like comfortable with because you know that
Mhm.
maybe you're gonna like I think a lot of times too is we get to a place with weight where maybe we're bouncing around 10 pounds. Like we're just in
Yeah.
and out, right? But that's still a good time to be able to be
Yeah.
like, like you don't have to stop. You don't have to just be like, well, I'm going to stay here the next 6 months while I bounce around another 10 pounds to get to my goal weight when you could get something to kind of move with you and grow your style over time.
Hmm.
So I think
Hmm.
that's like, it's just something to think about. Like, I think it's been really fun. I will say, like going into a store that's not a plus size store and trying on anything and
Hmm.
having it fit. Because I'm like, oh, is this what normal people do? Like, you know what I mean? It's
Well,
like,
designers all run
yeah,
different sizes, and then
yeah,
some things run big or some things run small. So the mindset is trying it first to
yeah.
see if it works, and that's for everybody, because
Mhm.
you sometimes things don't, fit everybody when they say
Yeah.
this is a
Yeah.
size 8, this is a size 10. It varies. So I do encourage you, if it's not a plus size or whatever, just go in and try it on. You never
Yeah.
know.
For
You
sure.
never know.
It's true. Yeah,
You
because
never
it
know.
it's different. And there's also like the whole oversized trend thing. Like that's one thing I would say is I love the way oversized looks on a thin person, but when I put oversized on me, I feel like I just look huge.
I feel like I look like a box. Like
Ugh,
I look
like I
like
just
I
like
have
a
a box
build.
on me.
Yeah. John calls them like when I
especially if
get
they're fussy,
oversized
'cause
sweaters. He's like, "You look like I don't like your grandma sweaters." I'm like, "I like them, but I they don't look good on me. I just think they're beautiful."
So that may be where we get the
Yeah.
belt that comes in to make it
Yes,
more
true.
belt of
thin.
lies. Yeah.
Yep. And then with the oversized jacket, we wear a fitted shirt on the inside to
Oh, yeah.
make it,
Okay.
and leave it open so you can at least see a little silhouette underneath the oversized jacket.
Yeah.
Or wear a scarf or jewelry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm
So
gonna try looking at scarves. I was really into scarves at
Mhm.
one point in time and then kind of fell off.
Yeah.
I think that's my next project.
Yeah.
I
Scarves.
think you should both wear scarves on the next show to see
Okay.
what it looks like.
Okay.
We have to get summer scarves though,
Okay.
because we're
Summer
going in
scarves.
June.
Yeah.
So yes, we have to do
Mhm.
that. That'd be
I'm
cute.
down for that. I'm
I
down for the
do.
challenge.
Let's do it.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
These are all good things I think to consider. Like, as you're kind of, I do think it's very common for people that are going through like dramatic weight loss, if you will, even if it's not dramatic. Like I say dramatic, but honestly, if you lose 20 pounds, that's a huge deal for your body. And like this is on a size, like it's a big deal.
Right.
Yeah.
But again, like people that are like that deal with the disease that we have, like it's usually considerable, right?
Mhm.
But I think like it's hard to know like when to give away your fat clothes, right? Like it's really, and I hate to say it like that, but that's what we call them in our heads. I'm not calling them everybody knows me. I'm not calling them your fat clothes. But to me in my head, I'm like my fat clothes, right?
Take
Because
that word back, Kim.
yeah,
That's
I know, but like
I take that.
once I'm 4 sizes away, maybe it's time. But it's because we always worry about gaining it back, right? But then
Right.
I had to tell myself, I was like, but let's just say I gained it back. I wouldn't want to wear those same clothes. Like I would want to wear things that are in now. Like even if
Yeah.
it, you know.
Yeah.
And so I think like sometimes just letting them go and like think about there's other people out there too, like with your clothes that like when we're talking about you were saying like with Poshmark and stuff, right? There's other people out there who are plus size who would love to have those clothes, right?
Yeah.
And be able
Yeah.
to afford those clothes. And so like donating them or selling them or whatever it may be, like that could be a huge difference. Like I remember when I had like these really nice business clothes and they were size 26, 28, right? And I
Mhm.
was like, gosh, I hate
Remember
to
that.
give them away. I spent a lot of money on them. I did
They were
feel
so
confident in
expensive.
them. Yeah, they're because especially plus size stuff, so expensive. And my husband was like, but you know what? There's probably a girl out there like you that can't afford those clothes. So if you go and give them away or you sell them for a fraction, then they can have something really nice, and I was like, I mean, that's a good perspective. So we're all, I think, considering clothes right now, but I think
Right.
it's less about clothes like, oh, like the fit and more about like how do we want to feel in them, which is what I hear
Mhm.
you say a lot in everything that you're saying is like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
is
How
it
you
really is
feel.
like how do you feel? And you may not know until you try it on,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so like I think that's a good point. And like so if you're able to meet if you were really lost and like you're not sure where to start, then I think like having a stylist is a really good option. So we will put all of your information in the show notes. So if people want to schedule something with you, hopefully we are doing a giveaway. So we hope to have somebody be able to do it with you. And then we'll add it into this
I'm
episode so
so
everybody
excited
can
to see it.
see
Yeah.
Yes.
of what
Yes.
it's like. So you can kind of understand and think like the thought process of trying to figure out what your style is for this new phase of you. Right.
Mhm.
And I think
Yes.
it's just something it's really cool to think about and it's exciting. Like, don't look at it as scary. It's an exciting
Yeah.
thing to be able to kind of step into a new piece of you, because we
Yeah.
change all the time, right? Where
Yeah.
our style changes all the time. But I think a lot of people haven't had style for a while. Cat is the exception to the rule.
I always felt like I had to wear
Ooh,
wear
this
something
smile.
you're funny.
Ooh.
Wear things that were flattering for my
Yes.
size. Like
Mhm.
that was my life. It's always been my life. Like what makes me look not
I
as
think,
boxy,
like,
right?
Right.
doesn't make me look
Right.
bigger than I am, right? Like,
Right.
I know I thought that way too. I still do. I still
Mhm.
think that way, but I think like I don't want to miss out on a cool cut of a jacket because I think without trying it on, right? Because I'm stuck in what I was, right?
Right.
That it won't look good on me. So I think like take the bold chance and just try it, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think that's good.
And I would say here, and in short,
Right.
so I have homework for myself. Or what first and foremost, we need to find scarves for our next episode.
Yes.
Um,
I
go
like
scour
I'm
Poshmark,
getting polka dots. I call
Pinterest,
polka
and
dots.
magazines. Yep.
Yeah.
And
Look
find
it.
your style icon, right?
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah, style icon. I love that.
Yep.
Yes. I think that's cool. Whether it's someone that you just love their style or it's somebody that you feel like that your body size, like that's how you perceive it. I think that was
Yeah,
such a good
yeah.
tip.
I think once you do that, things are start your brain will start, kind of like, okay, now I get an idea of what you kind of start
Mhm.
pinpoint what your style would be, because now you're stepping into another element of saying, okay, you're focused on now what you want to look like. You're
Yeah.
honing in what you want to look like on a serious note, not just putting things together, but just like,
Yeah.
pin interest, Instagram, influencers, magazines, pulling things away, style
Yeah.
icon, getting more jewelry now that is
Love
more
that.
I
focused.
love
So,
jewelry.
Yeah.
style focused.
Oh,
I love jewelry.
I
I
Yeah,
love
love
it.
earrings.
me
I
too.
also love to what you said too, like just like to echo what you were saying at one point. You said, like, what do you want people to think when they see you? Right? Like,
Yes.
what do you want them to think? What do you want them to feel?
Huh.
Because
Yeah.
that can really because like she was saying, the one that she was dressing, like she was going for sexy, like they were going for slender and sexy as much as possible,
Hmm.
right? And that's what you wanted. But sometimes you may want to be classy, sometimes you may want to be bold, and sometimes
Right.
you like if you're going to go and win an award, you might want to look like the boldest person in the room, like
Yeah.
right, like you may want
Yeah.
to be like. So I think it kind of depends, like if it's an event, right, or if it's you going to the grocery store. Although I love this new trend of people like dressing to the nines to go to the grocery
The grocery
store. I'm
store.
like,
But you
Yes.
know what they're
huh?
wearing? I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
I didn't. I have athletic leisure wear.
Yeah.
It's athletic leisure wear that you're
Yeah.
dressing up.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It is, let me tell you, it's the best thing, because now you can wear that everywhere with
Yeah.
your heels or with your sneakers. It is of
Yeah.
leisure wear. It is basic athletic wear, and you just
Don't
dress
tell
it
me
up.
that. I'm in trouble now.
Oh, yeah.
So go get a
That's
track,
your
go
fan.
get a track jacket with the matching pant, or even
Yeah.
it could be almost pajamas.
Yeah.
That's
With
not
high
pajamas,
heels?
with high heels, and go
Ooh,
out.
or what about like one of those sports dresses that's
I
like
love
the
leggings.
Spanx
Yes,
has
you
them,
can, or no, you
and they
can just
tack
wear
a
a
ribbon
regular
of
I know
shoes.
what
dress,
you're talking about.
regular dress with a sports jacket on top,
Oh yeah, that's cute. That's a cute look.
with your
See?
sneakers, cat, with your
With
sneakers.
your sneakers. We
My
can't lose the
husband's a
sneakers.
sneakerhead, so like yeah, by
Sneakerhead.
default, I have a lot.
So yeah, that's another outfit for you too.
See? These are all options. I love it.
I
Yeah.
love leggings. I have to
Mhm.
Yeah.
like Kim and I've had this discussion like with jeans. I have like hips and butt, but I also have a fupa, and I don't like
Nice.
wearing
Not the
jeans
purpose.
because jeans
Yeah.
made for like a big butt doesn't
Mhm.
have give in the front. But
Okay.
when I find jeans that have give in the front, you need little teeny weeny hips, and I'm
Yeah.
not
Okay.
built like that. So
Yeah.
jeggings and leggings are where it's at.
Or
Jeggings. That'll
and
do.
you can wear, and if you want that snatch look, I told you undergarments.
Yeah.
Don't play with them. You
Yeah.
can literally, it will change your life. You can do thong
Yeah.
undergarments, and that will pull all of that, and you can wear a monochromatic look under with those leggings. So if you do, say you do black
Yeah.
top, black, and then do a long duster,
Oh, I don't even have a duster.
a
That's
long
yeah.
duster.
The
I can see you
cat's
do that with,
tall.
yeah, with a
So that
really
would look good.
with a really big sleeve
Yeah.
tat.
Yeah, I'm getting like I'm looking at big sleeve
Mm.
ruffles lately.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Very Prince-like. Remember when Prince used to wear the
Yeah.
little
The
sleeve?
collar, the
But he was
sleeves.
5'2". That's
Yeah.
But God, you're tall. I feel like that. Well, I mean, look, you boobs are out of control. Like,
he's
it
a
doesn't matter.
tiny man. Of
You've been friends 14 years. I can say it. You got some big old knockers. It's all right.
Oh my
But
God.
I like what she was saying about having like a V-neck, but you could still do like the Prince flowers.
Actually, that sounds kind of good. That like the
Yeah.
V-neck and down. It's very
Yeah.
kind of like
Mhm.
brings in a waistline too, wouldn't it?
Mhm.
Kind of.
I'm starting
Yeah,
to see, Kat, now your idea of you who likes Prince? You like Prince?
I
I like
do.
Prince. Yeah.
Okay, well, you know what?
Obsessed.
Take Prince as your style icon, and take little things that'll be perfect for you. Take Prince
You
as your
think
style
so?
icon, and
Yes.
pull little things that you like about him, like the
Maybe like Sheila
shirts.
E.
Yes, yes. I
Oh
can
wait a minute.
see it now. I can see it now. So that's your style
So
icon.
funny.
Take him and take a lot of his pictures and pull from that. And I think you'll
The
find
Interesting.
whole office is Prince. It is
Not
it
this
is
office, but yeah.
definitely your style icon. She has a
pull that,
rug
pull
with
that.
Prince on it. I love it. See, we figured it out. I don't know who mine is.
We
I'll figure
did.
it
We figured it out.
out.
I
I
was
love
trying to
it.
think of like women that were like flamboyant but like larger, and I was thinking of Lizzo, but I'm like, I'm not quite. I don't know.
Oh,
But I
No,
think I
Lizzo
like
is
the
good
first
because
idea.
she's done a lot of bold moves, and she
Does.
recently lost weight too. So
Yeah.
so she goes back and forth. So
Yeah.
she would be a very good example of a woman who is,
in terms
you
of
know,
size, yeah.
in certain size, but who dares to wear certain things that
Yeah.
she's figuring it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she wears like boots and sneakers when she performs. So like,
Yeah.
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 I love it. See?
Mhm.
So now you
we'll
got
figure
two
this
people.
out.
I love it. Yeah. I mean, frankly, anything purple is her jam, but like
Italics.
and we were trying to decide
Sparkles.
what we wanted the podcast to look like. We were like, I was like, I really want it to be like 80s jazzercise, like the dawn of diet
That
culture.
sounds like
Right?
fun.
Like,
Okay.
you know, it's like that's what we were kind of going for. And so we do purple and hot pink and teal, and that's kind of like our
I'm
like
surprised that when it comes on, it's not Purple Rain playing in the back.
I know. We used to have like purple stuff in the background, like little like but then it got really
in my
bright.
the rain coming down.
Yes. I know, I love it. It's funny because
lace.
Kat
The
can find
lace
a
in the
Prince song
background.
in
Do
any
what?
like social situation. She'll be like, she'll just start singing a Prince song like somebody's word. It's like having a
It's
riff off.
ubiquitous.
Yes,
It's ubiquitous.
yes.
Like when someone says something, I'll start singing. But it's not like Prince music either. It's like any sort of song.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very Gen X though.
For sure.
So
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure. She's like
Okay.
pop culture queen.
not just a Prince song. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this has been a lovely conversation. I feel like we have lots of good tips and tricks to take away. And if you're like, hey, I'm lost and I need help, good news. We know someone. And
We
she
know
could do
somebody.
it all virtual. And she could
Yes.
start with just your closet and she could start
Yes.
slow and help you find all these things. So we will put all of that information in the show notes in the description so you guys can click on it and so something. And then hopefully we'll have about have it in time for the episode launches. If not, we'll do it separate. But we want to have like the session that you do with the person who wins.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yay.
A before and after.
Yes. Oh, I love
Yes.
that idea.
Yes.
And also, do you do like say if somebody has like an event coming up and they don't know what the heck to do
Ooh.
and they just need one dress? Can you help me find this out? Do you do that as well?
Yeah. So I do
yeah.
a mood board with you. We do a mood
Cool.
board with the hair, the makeup, like how that's gonna look
Nice.
with the dress and stuff like that, the shoes, the purse, and all that. Yeah.
Well, next year when we finally win a Webby, we're gonna come to you and you're gonna help Kat and I look fly because we can't be rolling up to the Webbies not looking fantastic.
You have a very good what? What were you gonna say, LeTia?
Also, no, I have very good dress people that I work with, like
cool.
for events and stuff. Yeah.
Cool. Nice.
So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know squat about dresses. I'm not gonna lie. I always buy them and then I don't feel right.
I love pants.
It's back to your point.
Oh, you like pantsuits?
I like leggings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, Kim is definitely a pantsuit girl. Like I will
love
wear
the
a dress,
glasses. Just when I wear them, I'm like, that's not me. Same thing with the glasses.
but I
You know,
love
okay.
leggings. Yeah.
We gotta get you in a silhouette suit.
You should see Kat. Kat wore one to this event that we did have. We got some picture, and she was like on fire in that dress. It was a red dress.
Oh, that one,
like Jessica Rabbit.
Girl, that one.
Yeah.
That was some Fashion Nova. That was some
Okay.
fashion.
I love that.
Look, that is. Let me tell you, people often laugh. Don't slip on Amazon. I want to tell you that if you ask me what shop sometimes, because when I had a client, don't slip on Amazon because you can find something that's inexpensive, and if you get it to fit, it'll look like $1 million bucks.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I love that.
that
Like,
would I never say anything about some of the places I shop for people because if it looks good, it's not going to matter.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love that. And I do think that like as larger humans, I don't know about you guys, but I was always like, I want to buy something that I can wear the shit out of it and not have holes like Chopra, right? And but ultimately, like if it's an outfit that you can have pieces and move through, you know, like all different outfits, like if you like a pair of jeans or like you said, those staples in the beginning, and you don't necessarily have to have like the best friggin' quality that's gonna last you until you lose weight again after you've had your baby and you're trying on the jeans. You know what I mean? Like because clearly that play didn't work because Chubra.
Right.
So, you know, I think it was, I still have them. I couldn't let them go. I looked so cute in those. Now they're huge. So that's fun.
Well, you may could always cut them down. You never know.
I mean, but I have to get them patched. There's a big old hole in the ground. And then it's like, at what point do you just go, maybe we find some new jeans,
Right.
you know?
A lot of my
True.
activewear, if I've worn a hole in them,
Yeah.
I'll still take a needle and thread and stitch them and they'll last years.
I
But
believe it.
finally there comes a point where that just gives out. But
Yeah.
needle and
Right.
thread.
I mean,
Needle and thread.
right? That would be called holy chic. It's, I mean,
Holy chic.
um, homeless. I'm sorry, homeless chic.
Oh,
Homeless
homeless chic.
chic.
Homeless chic.
It is. It's a thing. Yep.
It is a
Homeless chic.
thing. It is a
Well,
thing. Kanye,
Kanye did it. Kanye kind of
Kanye
took
did
Oh,
that.
did he? Oh.
Yes,
he
homeless
took it over
chic.
the top a little bit, but yeah.
Homeless chic.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna Google that. Maybe that's my style. Maybe that's my icon. All right. Well, this has been great. Okay. Thanks so much for joining, everybody. And thank you so much for coming. This has been such good information for us as we're trying to figure out what our new style is. I
Amazing.
appreciate you so much.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Thanks, everybody. We will see you next week. And until then, hasta la pasta.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Today's episode is brought to you by Ro, a telehealth platform that's changing the game of GLP-1 access. What sets Ro apart? Ro understands the challenges of navigating insurance hurdles and the skyrocketing prices of GLP-1 medications. That's why they specialize in getting insurance approvals for GLP-1s. And if insurance is a barrier, they go a step further by prescribing brand name zepbound vials for prices close to those of compound GLP-1s. With Ro, you're not just getting a prescription, you're getting a partner in your journey that's helping you access affordable treatment and guiding you every step of the way. Whether it's insurance approvals or cost-effective alternatives, Ro is here to make sure that you get the medication you need. Visit ro.co/plus-sides with a Z today to see how they can help you take control of your weight management journey with affordable, accessible care. That's ro.co/plus-sides with a Z, making healthcare work for you. Check out the link in our show notes for more details.
Are you interested in understanding GLP-1 medications like Ozempic, wegovy, or Mounjaro? Then join us on the Plus Sides, Cracking the Obesity Code, the groundbreaking podcast helping people change their lives one episode at a time. The Plus Sides podcast is a disruptor. We're breaking down barriers, smashing stereotypes, and sharing inspiring stories that'll leave you feeling informed and empowered. Join us every week to learn from doctors who are specialists around GLP-1 medications like Ozempic, wegovy, or Mounjaro. They'll provide you with science and facts to validate these incredible stories. But that's not all. We'll also bring you the voices of the GLP-1 Mounjaro TikTok community, real people who face the challenges of obesity-related diseases and disorders and discovered the incredible plus sides of GLP-1 medications. Our episodes are filled with heartwarming stories, laughter, and moments of triumph. You'll connect with our amazing community members who are reclaiming their health and experiencing their fullest lives. Are you ready to embark on a journey of discovery and empowerment? Tune in to the Plus Sides, Cracking the Obesity Code, and together we'll change the narrative around obesity and end the stigma. Subscribe now on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform and join our incredible community. Let's celebrate the plus sides of life together because every story deserves to be heard. Every life deserves to shine, and everyone deserves access to expert knowledge and medication. The Plus Sides Podcast. You're not alone. It's not your fault.